Okay, I'm never going to learn how to pronounce your name, but good to see you again, mate. Um, I'm back commentating this time, for the first time, F125. Um, and we're here in SRL Speed Racing League. Welcome, Wiz, one of our drivers this race. Actually got I think 19 drivers, which is very, very impressive. Hopefully we can see a full 20 next week. Well, we've hit our follower goal. Is that... What's this? It's your boy Mila. Thank you for the follow, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, everyone. Let's go 21 laps on hards. I mean, I don't know strategy. I've never done Spain before. Alpine on top. Cheering you on from the commentary box. I don't really know what you mean, Killer. Well, it looks like we're going to see our first cars out on track, and it's the two McLarens. Got a Ferrari coming out as well. That's Manny, the Ferrari team principal, along with Ronnie as well. Let's get that mini-map on, shall we? McLaren are both at the same time. Beautiful to see. I guess we should follow out on the first car on track. It's the V-Carb of Thomas. Now, I don't... It's not a cringe name at all. Thank you for joining the stream. No, I've seen a lot worse. I've seen a lot worse names. Is this a new league? No, this is Season 4 of SRL. But I believe it is the... actually, I might be wrong. I don't think it is the first season with 2 tiers. But it is the first season I'm commentating for F125. I'm looking for one to run. You're welcome to join, man. I will get a link posted. But you know my Discord. It's the same as Twitch. Just DM me and I'll give you an invite. Jesco, can I race? Are you signed up? So I decided to see Rebel win. Honestly, I don't know who's going to win. I haven't seen half. I don't know who half of these drivers are, unfortunately. Oh, I say half of them. I don't know any of them. Sorry to say, but hopefully I'll get to know some people. Get to see how people race. Got some yellow flags, but I think that's the Aston Martin moving out of the way. And this is the car we are following. It's the McLaren of Raskron, who is having... I don't even know lap times on F125. I've got about 5 hours playtime on this game. 19 people. Is Dommy there? Dommy is not here, no. Dommy's doing a league race, so he cannot watch or do anything with involving T2. He will be here on Tuesday, though. For F125 Tier 1. Yeah, no, again, Jessica, I don't know. If you're not signed up, I can't invite you. If that leagues needs drivers, I can try. You're always welcome to join. Everyone's welcome to join. All you've got to do is sign up. You'll get stuck in a tier. If you don't get signed up, you can always reserve. Just press the healer button on attendance. If you know, the sooner you do press the healer button, the more likely you are able to join the race. But the first, getting so confused with the chat, not paying enough attention to the racing. So far, we've got 6 drivers with set laps. The fastest time is by Nesby with a 1:13.2. Ronnie only a tenth behind him, and Thomas with a 1:13.5. As we see Raskron off into the gravel. It's all right though. I don't think he was on another lap. Who else are we missing? Is that Mercedes on a lap? No, they've invalidated, but there is a kick Sauber. Is that the Sauber of Wiz? Yes, it is. He's going to cross the line. He's going to do a 15.7, slowest of everyone. But I'm sure sort of, I'd say decent lap time. I'm not entirely too sure. Driving 12.9? Well, I would love to see that, my friend. It's a race. 1:13.0 for Lucas. Out the Alpine shoots up to P1. And his teammate goes even quicker. They're 12.8. Jamie Dodger. It's an Alpine 1-2 so far. Dr. Brain has just crossed the line with a 1:13.1. It's a Haas, I believe they're starting a lap. That'll be Formula Kyle. And there is another Mercedes coming. That'll be Hotshot Hippo out the final corner. He comes. DRS open, crosses the line with a 1:14.0. Slots up just behind Rascron in P9. Up next, is that Manny on another lap? No, he's not. Ronco is on a lap. No, he's coming through the final corner now. Is it looking racy? 1:13.4. Slots himself up into P6. Only half a tenth behind Cloroni. There's a Red Bull further down. That'll be Airy Hop, surely. Yes, it is. Across the line he comes. 1:13.5. Goes P8. 1/10 behind Ronco. I don't know if I'm missing anyone. I don't want to miss anyone. Black Lemonese, he's invalidated his lap, unfortunately. Rise just crossed the line, though. He's gone P14, 1:15.5. Are we missing? I know Formula Kyle's missed his lap. Not too sure if anyone else has gone for double runs. Although I do see an Alpine crossing the line once again. Is Lucas going for a second lap? Does look like he is. Jesco, if you can get Domi to ping me in the Discord, but to be fair, that's saying that he's in a race, isn't he? If you'd messaged in the chat before, qualifying started and everything, could have helped you. But Lucas, he's gone purple in the first sector. He's 5 thousandths up on his lap. So, quickest driver in Sector 1 so far this qualifying session. I see a ping on Discord. I'll have a quick look at that. I do need to pay attention. Okay, just go. I'll invite you then. Do I even have you added? I don't think I do. Here comes Lucas, comes around the final corner for the second time on the same set of tyres. Does improve, but only by a couple hundredths. Just closes his gap. He closes his gap to Philly Dutt, the Aston Martin that we missed setting his lap. Yeah, I can invite you, Jesco. I just need you to add me. Is Formula Kyle up to P1 with a 1:12.4, 4/10 clear of anyone else. Absolutely impressive stuff, and I believe Hotshot Hippo's improved to a 1:13.5. Wolfie Hat, who is that? I'm not too sure. Is that you, Jesco? I don't know. That is you. Alright. I'll do this quickly. I don't want to miss any of the action. Where the fuck is your name? There we are. Oh, what am I missing? I think Richie's just crossed the line with a 1:14.5. Goes P16. Black Lebanese has finally set a lap, but I believe it was an out lap because it's a 1:22.0. Not fast enough. Nowhere bloody near. Jamie appears to be on another lap, though. He's a 10th up at the end of Sector 2. Will he finish this lap off? I think McLaren is starting a lap just further down the road. It's a good lap from Kyle. It's a brilliant lap from Kyle. Through the final corner, Jamie comes for the second time this qualifying session. It's going to be a 1:12.6, 2/10 up. Does not improve position, but does get ever so closer to the Haas. There is so many cars. So Hippo's coming into the pits as there is a V car back. That'll be Thomas. Is he completing this lap? Does look like he will. Will Jerry Hop jump up to P1 or P2? Will do. But Thomas James crossed the line by 1:13.1. Improves by nearly 5/10. Up to P5 he goes. Let's go have a watch of Airy Hop. He is on a lap though. So I think we'll go have a look. Who do we have a look at? Manny is on a lap. Is he the next car? Or is that Lebanese? Is Lebanese going to set a valid lap? He's 8 seconds up nearly at the end of Sector 2. He's going to cross the line. It will be a 1:14.4. And that puts him up into P16. It's Manny out the final corner. What will his time be? It's a 1:13.3. P10. Solid lap for the Ferrari. Can he find more time though? It's Rascon up next, but he's invalidated unfortunately. Is that Wiz coming to the final corner? No, it's not. Who's next? There's a Williams, I believe. That'll be Nesble. Nesby Legrand, he's 4.5 tenths up. That sector 2 split goes P1. 700's clear of Formula Kyle. Another brilliant lap that we've been able to witness. Who next? Emily? No, who's the other V carb? Oh, Thomas. Is Thomas doing another lap? No, he's coming in the piss. Yeah, no, Red Bull's not going to win today. You never know. It's a long race. Ronco. Whiz, won't it? Can Whiz improve from, well, last at the moment? 4 tenths up at the sector 2 split. It's going to cross the line. It will be a 1:15.2. Does improve position over Wright, one of the reserve drivers. And you know what? We haven't looked at an Aston Martin yet, but I believe Chloroni might be on another lap. 4.5 tenths up already. Let's jump on his onboard as he crosses the line. 5 tenths up, goes up to P4. 2 tenths behind Jamie. Alpine might be crossing the line again, starting a lap possibly. That'd be Lucas. Ronco did cross the line, did not improve. I can see a Red Bull. That'd be Eriop. No, who am I looking at then? Oh, is it Braden doing another lap? Must be. Mercedes. Oh, I can't tell where anyone is. It's right, completing another lap. He's 4 seconds down. I believe he's starting his lap now. But he run up to that McLaren of Martin. He's done another outlap. Nesby cooking. Indeed. Aston will cook. But yeah, P4 and 5. Probably the strongest team at the moment. Probably close to Alpine as well. I'm not really sure what to expect this season. This could be incredibly interesting. There is a Haas crossing the line to start another lap. That's Kyle. As Wiz has, well, he's hit the Qatar Airways board. I'm sure that's an optimal racing line somewhere on planet Earth. But Philly, he's going to cross the line. Does not improve. But there is no harm in getting more laps in. What am I looking at? McLaren, Martin. Nope. Rascon starting another lap though. Braden might be crossing the line. Through the final corner he comes. Does not look like he's improving. He's gone for another outlap. A lot of drivers seem to be doing some double runs. I guess that is for tyre attempts. Risey. Hey, cross the line, does improve by 4 tenths. Goes 3 thousandths clear of Wiz. As they are battling for the wooden spoon right at the back of this qualifying session. There's a Williams up next. That will be, wherever I can find it, Sweet Power 21. Across the line he comes. 700ths up. Lost a bit of time in that last sector. But does find another position up against Eri Hop. And Formula Kyle, he's going to cross the line for another lap. He's 3 tenths up already. What's it going to be when he crosses the line? It's a 1:12.0. 4 tenths he's found. And 4 tenths clear of Nesby in the Williams. And Jesco now, he's going to start his first lap in this qualifying session with 5 minutes to go. Lucas, he's gone for 2 out laps as well. No, he's coming in the pits. All right. I guess he wants to do a lap right at the end. It's not right, but it is the other Mercedes of Hot Shot Hippo, and he goes straight up to P7. 5 tenths improvement he's found last lap. Rascon, he's going to start another. He did find a 10th on his last lap, to be fair. He just didn't find any positions. Braden, he's coming inside of the pit lane. There's a V carb going round. I think that might be Black Lemonese doing another lap. Yes, it is. And Wright also into the pits. There's Williams on the track. That was Sweet Power on his in lap, most likely. Yes, it is. F Qatar. Oh, yeah. Kind of forgot Qatar. I think Qatar might actually be on the calendar. Is that next week? I can't remember. Calendar got announced a while ago. My drivers are doing me proud. P5 and 6 at the moment, and it's to be fair, it's qualifying session. It's very close, especially in that middle pack. But Nesby and Kyle seem to be very close on pace, and the Alpines are not far behind at all. Jesco did cross the line. I did kind of forget he started the lap. I believe he invalidated it. If he had completed it, it would have been a 13.2, and that would have slotted him in P10 ahead of Sweet Power. Richie starting a lap. I don't want to miss anyone. Hot Shot Hippo, he's coming into the pit lane very late in the session. We should still be able to go out and do another lap. Rascon also in the pits. Lebanese is invalidated once again in this qualifying session. Full lobby indeed, Dommy. Are you proud? Who's commentating with you? Myself. It's just me. Me, myself and I. Not complaining though. I could maybe get Soup on this, to be fair. Would be nice to commentate with Soup again. Vesco has invalidated another lap. There's so many people in the chat. I don't know whether to look at the game or the chat, but Martin's going to start his possibly final run in this session. Wiz will be doing the same. Is anyone on our lap that we can just sit on the onboard for? Richie, there we go. Through the last sector he comes, getting a bit squirrely at the start of sector 3, coming up the hill. He's got some cars behind him, all on out laps, but he's got no traffic in front of him, hugging the inside curb through the penultimate corner, through the final corner as well. Very, very nice and tight line. They come across the line. It's a 1:13.3. P12 for him. 1.1 seconds found there. He might even have to... I don't think he's got the fuel. He certainly would have the time for another lap. Let's jump on board with... It's not Wiz, is it? No, it's Ronco's on a lap. Guess we'll jump on board with Martin. As he's coming through the last DRS zone of the lap to start sector 3. Is he up on his previous time? He is. He's a 10th and a half up. So far that would be good enough for maybe P13. I'm sure. Purple sector 2 apparently. So this could maybe be a fairly good lap. Oh, but he's invalidated. That will be Martin's qualifying over, unfortunately. Invalidating right at the end of the lap. We didn't even notice it here. I don't think Wiz is on the lap, is he? No. Who is on a lap? Alpine of Lucas, maybe? Yes, in sector 3 is. Has not invalidated. Can't see if he's up on his delta at all because I kind of removed that in F125. Very wide through the final corner though, and he's invalidated it on the exit. And that would have been a 1:12.8. Not an improvement though. It wouldn't be an improvement. Is that Philly that's starting another lap? Yes, it is. Thomas maybe crossing the line. Doesn't improve, so he's gone for 2 out laps as well. And some extra fuel. He might just have enough to finish off that lap and not be in low fuel mode. I don't think there's a Williams crossing the line until Nesby's just started his lap. Ronco maybe? Ronco will be crossing the line now, won't he? Surely. Barely improves and loses all his time in the last sector, so that'll be P14 for him. Might drop down the order a little bit. Ariop is on a lap. Is he improving? Yes, he is. He's found 2/10 in that middle sector. Also apparently purple. Just goes on an out lap. So he might be the last person to start a lap. No, it might be Rashcon actually. Let's just sit on board with Ariop through the last couple of corners. Don't go too wide. Don't invalidate. He's going to cross the line with a 1:12.9. Goes up to P7 with a 3/10 improvement. Not too far off at all. Someone improved. I think that might have been Sweet Power. Up to P9. Lucas is going into the pit lane. Jamie's on a lap, but he's not improving. And Formula Kyle is starting another lap now. Nesbury through the last corner. Can he take provisional pole off of Formula Kyle? No, he won't. Does not improve his lap. At the end of this qualifying session, let's go watch Dr. Braden, see if he's improving at all. Apparently a 10th up so far. It does look like he was a bit squirrely in that penultimate corner and on the exit. Big snap. Crosses the line, no fines. A 10th goes up to P8 from P11. And a V-Carb crosses the line. I don't know who that was. I think that was Lebanese. Did not improve, however. And there's a Mercedes up next. That's not a Hippo, that'll be right. Let's see what he does. When he crosses the line, doesn't improve either. Just go up next. Did he set a valid time? He did. It's a 13.2. Nice round number. Slots himself up to P12 at the end of the session. See those McLarens dropping all the way down to the rear of the field. Aston up next. That'll be Cloroni. Crosses the line. 600's improved. Not enough to gain a position. The next man to finish off is will be Formula Kyle. Can he extend his pole position time? Can we see him in the 1:11s? Yes, we will. Just barely. 1:11.9. Will that be your pole time for this race? Or has Sweet Power got something up his sleeve? No, he doesn't. And Thomas has done, so that will be your order. It's Formula Kyle who will take pole position for the first round of the season here in Barcelona. What a spread session, but if Quali Pace is anything to go off of, we'll have quite a few packs and a lot of battles, because some drivers are incredibly close to each other. I mean, just look at Lucas all the way down. So let's say sweep, I guess all the way down, really, up until Martin. All very, very close, only a few tenths between them all. And let's hope Rye and Wiz has something up their sleeve in race pace, because they are a little way behind the rest of the pack. Kyle is fast. Kyle is very, very quick. We'll have to see on Tuesday how close that is to the Tier 1 times. 7 and 8 ain't bad. No, not at all. You're right at the start of the points. Only a few positions. You know, you can win from P7 and 8. Just got to see what sort of pace Kyle has. You never know what'll happen. Is it 28 laps? Let's erase that easier qualifying order. Quick look at the race director. I don't think we really need to. Lots of track limit warnings and invalidated laps. I think we'll see quite a few penalties. Piero got another safety car, so I can watch more. Oh, okay, Dommy. Just keep it on your phone down at the bottom, so you know what's going on. I'm sure some drivers will be as well. Got 18 people in here at the moment. I'm sure some drivers will be looking at the street just to see if they can get any sort of idea on what their rivals are doing around them. Harry Hop was really quick in TT. Possibly, but TT doesn't really mean anything. I mean, on F123, I was like a second off in my TT compared to what I could do in qualifying. McLaren last place, you reckon? Yeah, they are ways down the order. I think most people are going to be on the mediums or the softs. So we'll see any hards when we return to when we have a look at the grids. The lights are ticking out. We got one person on the hards. That's Chloroni, but the lights are ticking up, and it's lights out. And away we go to start this season opener. Can I have a better angle, please? I can't really tell what's going on. Nesby to the inside of Formula Kyle in the lead. They're going to be side by side through turn 1. Bit of a squeeze for the both of them. Maybe a bit of contacts, but it will be Kyle who comes out on top. The Alpines holding on to P3 and 4. Someone's falling down the honour. That's Chloroni right at the back of the field in the Aston Martin. With a Red Bull off. Red Bull spinning off track. Richie off the track too. So much chaos at the rear of the field. Let's just have a look at this side-by-side battle between a Williams and a Haas. And it will be the Haas who gets out in the corner. But here comes Rice, sending it down the inside of Sweet Power. Oh, the car's off track. Couple yellow flags as Ferrari's spun. That's Manny right at the back of the field. He'll be joining Harry Hop. For the rest of the race, Richie's gone off again, spun round. He's going to drop all the way down to the order 2. But let's go have a look at these front 3, because Jamie Dodger's going for a move around the outside of Nesby. And Nesby's not going to fight that one too. Backs out, gives him the position. But he is going to fight it back through the right-hander of Sector 3. Cannot keep it around the outside though. Lucas possibly having he's riding the gearbox of Hotshot Hippo here. There's loads of chaos going down further down the field. Told you everyone would be quite close. I just want my timing screens back. Is Richie going side by side through the final corner? Yes, he is. 3 wide coming down the main straight. Let's go have a look further up the order though. Thomas going down the inside of Dr. Brennan. Can he hold the corner for the left-hander? Yes, he will. Protects his position in P6. That's what you expect though with the soft tyres. Philly Dutt, not sure what happened to him, but he's going around the outside of Ronco, back up to P12 for him. And our first stopper of the day in the pits, that's Ariot. Changing his front wing, but Kyle, he's broken a second over Jamie Dodger already in this race. There's more battling going on further down the field. No, it's not. Ronco's gone off. Don't think he's in the barrier. I might have seen a reset to track there. Cannot remember if you're allowed to reset to track. But all these drivers should have read the rules before starting the race. Which points you reckon? I mean, he's climbing up the field, admittedly, isn't he? A little wide back there for Jesco. I like watching the cars at the back. Because they're usually a bit more braver. Even though they're not fighting for much. And from the cars, it's the fastest lap of the race, 15.7. All in that clean. We've got a yellow flag that's Philly Dutt. He's spun into the barrier of the pit entry. Is he going into the pit lane? Yes, he is. Unfortunate start to the race for him. Let's just go on board with Jamie Dodger because he's right on the gearbox of Nesby. It's not seems to have the straight line speed, though, of that Williams in front of him. Sweet Power's out. What's happened to Sweet Power? He's retired on the track. He's left the session, and he's just dropping down the order as an AI car. Jesco appears to have disconnected. Did he ask for an invite? I don't think he did. Hot shot Hippo. Right on the gearbox of Dr. Braden. Will he go for a move here? Now the rule is essentially always leave the space. If someone goes for a send on you into the corner, as long as they get it slowed down at the apex, you've got to leave them the space. But Nesby pushing hard. Might actually be able to get back in the DRS range of the Haas. Not this lap though, unfortunately. Let's have a quick look at the telemetry to see the battery levels. Nesby really burning down the start-finish straight. It's a bad start for Aston Martin. After their solid qualifying performance. But Nesby defending from Jamie. Side by side through the first two corners. Jamie's got that inside line. He's going to have the shorter run. It does not mean Jamie's done for it. Will he have a look to the inside? No, he won't. But that does allow Lucas to close in on his teammate. I did have bad connection and I wanted to leave and join back. But no, the game just no, we can't. Yeah, it's weird. If you pause and press quit, I think it does retire you. Hey, you do have to be careful on this game. Philly Dutt, he's in the pits for the second time this race. It's only a lap 4. If he's not too careful, he might actually get lapped on lap 4 of this race. And unfortunately, we don't have any rules of giving positions back. And a safety car and whatnot. It's more just a gesture thing. The Alpine is going to roar by the Williams soon. Yeah, just waiting for this DRS strat. I mean, he's got a full battery. Will Nes be able to defend this? DRS slot open for Jamie. Is the other Alpine trying to close in too? I think he might be. Has a look to the inside goes Jamie. Side by side the two of them. Nesby backs out of it. Not worth his fight. Speaking of fights, Hotshot Hippo up to P5 he goes as he passes Dr. Braden. Maybe those soft tyres are already dropping off. As there's a battle further behind. There's 3 cars all next to each other. They're 3 wide through the first corner. That McLaren is not slowed down. Bronco's nearly gone in the wall. Absolute chaos. But they're not done fighting. Is Ronco going to have a look? It's turn 4. No, he's not. Probably a wise move, to be fair. He was quite far back. I think that McLaren might get investigated by the stewards. The 2 Ferraris are battling, but I believe Jessica's still disconnected, so not much to watch. Richie's coming to the pits on just lap 5 of this race. Let's see if the Alpine is the pace to catch Kyle. Never know, never know. Did lose a little bit of time battling, though. Hang on a minute, I've just realised we're watching an F1 race. Have any of these drivers got girlfriends that we can just pan the camera to for the next 20 minutes? No? Fair point, to be fair. It is a Sunday night and we're all playing an F1 game. But it is Thomas James overtaking Dr. Braden down the start-finish straight, both with DRS, but Thomas with the more straight-line speed. And the top 6 all on the medium tyres. Our softs have got to be falling off now. But Black Lebanese and Rascon fighting hard. Rascon may be completely shoved out there. He's lost quite a bit of time to the Racing Bulls. Martin very slow on the exit there. Has Ronco just made an illegal overtake? I'm not sure what I've just witnessed. Let's go on board with Martin. And quite a bit of moving there, isn't he? It's not horrible at Spain, I can imagine. Quite soft compounds around here, isn't it? It's like C3, C3 maybe? C4 for the soft tire? Not too sure. Changes every year. I can never keep up. Let's go back on board these two Alpines. Chloroni first, 3-second tyre penalty this race. To be honest, I thought we were going to see Lebanese get that, but he's a position gain that Lebanese has found so far in this race. How do I see position change? There we go. 11 positions gained for Rai, 9 for Lebanese, 7 for Rascon. Only 2 drivers still where they started, and that's Kyle and Lucas. Let's not miss this action. It's Hotshot Ebo defending position from Thomas into turn 1. Black Lebanese and Rise, they're still battling. Rise basically pushing him. Well, he's gone off the track. Never mind pushing him along. Stay on the tarmac, mate. And Martin's picked up a 3-second time penalty for track limits, but Ronnie has finally got him past that McLaren, who is inventing the track at the top of the hill. Manny has now come into the pits on lap 7. It's just really do with the safety car soon so I can grab a drink because my throat is absolutely killing me. We've got a yellow flag. Richie's gone out. I thought that was the other Haas then. He's beached. Richie is beached in the gravel. Reset to track, mate. Please. There we go. Doesn't get disqualified, but he is now lapped in this race. Not something you want to be on lap 8. Nesby finally coming back past Jamie Dodger. Very close between those two. Richie sped in the pit lane with a 10-second penalty. I have a feeling he might be retiring in the pit lane. Yes, he is. I don't blame him once you're lapped. It's incredibly difficult to get out of that. But look at this. Thomas and Hippo. Very close racing as they come out the first corner. Nothing coming of it so far. Saying that, Rye going right around the outside. No? Rascon going around the inside. Of Rye. Rye isn't done with this yet. Look at that, holding it around the outside, but wider track, dirtier track, cannot keep it stuck there. I've just heard a barrier. Did I? What did I hear? I think Philly Dutt's been lapped in this race though by Formula Kyle. Look at it, yeah, he's ghosted. I mean, if he's got the pace, he might be able to unlap himself. Slightly fresher tyres, of course. No, he's going to come in. No, what's he doing? Well, that is bizarre, but at least he's moving out the way. I mean, he is ghosted. He doesn't really have to move out the way at all. Look at these two, still side by side. Well, I can never tell if cars are side by side in this game for some reason. Just the further back, who's coming to the pits? That will be Rascon on lap 9, getting off those softs. And Chloroni's picked up a second 3-second tyre penalty this race. Posture check. Alright. I'll sit up straight. Get your back straightened. On like a ruler. Should we go have a look back at the front of the order with these two Alpines and Nesby? Still waiting on Lucas to get up into P3. I've got some followers that I think I've missed. Gainey, Mason, Peebo and Arcak. And Wiz even. Thank you for the follows. Right, my Twitch app's completely bugged. I think Ronnie might be going for a move. Felida has retired from the session in the pit lane, done so safely, but he's given up in this race after being lapped on lap 8. And Rice gone right off the track. Nice and safe rejoin. Oh, good to see, good to see. I mean, a car going off track is never good to see, but at least they're going to rejoin safely. Is Lucas finally going to go for the move on Nesby? To the inside he goes. Nesby's left him the space. They're still side by side as Martin's picked up a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane, and Lucas is ahead. It's finally both Alpines on the podium spots, as we've got quite a few cars coming to the pit lane. Lebanese, Raya, Arascon, and Martin. All changing their tyres, so they must be on a two-stop strategy. Dr. Braden, though, he's still out there. Only car who started on the softs and is still out there on them. Lucas going defensive against Nesby. Not sure if that was necessary. I think maybe it was, not sure. Alpine is in fact cooking. Who would have thought? Is Shaz still the TP at Alpine? Because if so Shaz is very happy. And that's Dr. Braden finally coming off those soft tyres at the end of lap 11. Oh, lap 10 even. Oh, and Lucas. Didn't see that. Lucas and Nesby coming off the mediums quite early. Maybe the tyre weight's higher than expected. But Nesby's gone into the hards, and Lucas definitely on a two-stop strategy, as he's gone for a second set of mediums. Red Blaze, I honestly don't know which word I'll use to describe this race. I wouldn't say cooked, because Brady's doing quite well. It's just airy. He did spin in the first corner, though, to be fair. So, got to be mindful of that. We haven't seen Manny really much this race, but he's right on the back of right. Maybe looking for a move, although right is on the fresh off tyres, but he is a little bit all over the place, isn't he? Just maybe a small mistake, and Manny can sneak on right through. This is a very exciting race, but all the gaps, since everyone started pitting, all the gaps are getting very big. And I thought we saw an overtake there, but no, it's just Jesco's disconnected car being overtaken. We'll see a lot of that, I think. Not sure if those hard tyres are working too well for Nesby so far. He's fallen out of the DRS range of Lucas. I think Kyle might have a full pit stop distance over Ronnie at the moment. Zeri Hop, 3-second time penalty for him in this race. It is Lucas and Ronnie side by side. 1 lap old mediums compared to 11 lap old hards. He's basically pushing them along as they head up the hill. There is a DRS zone coming up. It's a short one, but you can still make moves here with that dirty air. You can see how much it's affecting Lucas. Ronnie goes defensive, a little bit defensive, moving under braking there. It's not the cleanest thing, but Lucas going for the switch back to the inside. Becomes the outside at the top of the hill in sector 3. Ronnie's still got his nose in there. But Lucas has made the move work. Is Ronnie now going to come into the pits, or is he going to stay out, try and maybe get that move back on the Alpine driver? That has allowed Nesby to pick up DRS though. So he will possibly close in. Lucas is flashing. That's a perfect opportunity for Ronnie to look to the inside. DRS, he got it done before even being in the braking zone. But just the tyre difference. You can see how close Lucas is to the gearbox of the Aston Martin. Jessica, I will invite you. Just wait for can we wait for this battle to end? Ronnie still defensive up against Lucas. I'm sure this is frustrating the Alpine man an awful lot. Just cannot get past the car on the older tyres. But that's just how powerful dirty air is. Right on the curb, just trying to get that extra rotation, counter the dirty air. Ronnie's going to go defensive, squeezing Lucas up against that curb. He's still there though, they're still side by side. Not anymore. Lucas has made that move happen a second time at the end of Sector 3. And now we're going to see Ronnie fall back and start to hold up Nesby possibly. As Hotshot Hippo now enters the pits but gets a 10-second penalty. Oh dear, it was running so well as well. That's going to cost him an awful lot of positions when it comes to serve that. Lucas goes defensive. Ronnie to the outside. Just barely leaving enough space for him. Nesby was having a look there, but could not make any of it work. Lucas stays ahead. And this is his perfect opportunity to run, get away from Nesby. But Nesby's having a look to the inside, breaks slightly earlier. Ronnie does not look eager to leave the space. For any of these drivers, does he? He's still holding the inside. And completely pushed him off. Great drivers, Pete. Great drivers, Peebo. Might have a talk to him after the race. Sorry, I'll invite you now. Let's go. Lebanese and Rascon going, having a little battle. Lebanese having a dive bomb. Rascon's going to go for the switch back on him. Got the inside line, but is Lebanese still alongside through the right? No, yes, he is, but I think clips the curb there and had to break out of a spin. As Jamie now finally comes to the pits, but he's gone softs of all the tyres to choose from. He's gone for the softs. Thomas has also followed him into the pit lane, and Nesby has also cleared Ronnie finally, and now he's going to work up to catch back up to Lucas. Kyle and Ronnie, the two drivers still yet to pit in this race. What's going on down here? I feel like I'm missing a lot. They're so close together through turn 1. Let's jump on board. Okay, Ronco's very laggy. He's gone straight off into the wall. And Hot Shot is going to have a look around the outside of Rascon. It's a nice and easy move for him, by the looks of things. And Formula Kyle now has come into the pits. Okay, I think Ronco might have some internet issues. Invite you, Dommy? I don't... But the action! The action, Dommy! I'll be dead honest, I don't know what your EA is. Ah, Dommy, yeah. Oh, Hot Shot Hippo? I think he was having a look for a move there on Rascon, but Formula Kyle, he's come out of the pits 4 seconds clear of Lucas on older tyres. I think Kyle might have this one bagged quite easily, as Jamie found his way past Ronnie quite easily by the looks of things, and now he's going to run away and try catch back up Nesby. He's on 4 lap fresher tyres. Don't think that will take too long. Hot Shot Hippo and Rascon side by side once more in this race, and Rascon just backs out of it, although nearly going into the back of the Mercedes. Into the braking zone. Lebanese having a wonderful view of this battle. Martin, another 3-second time penalty for him. It's not going to affect his position at the moment, though. I mean, we've had 0 retirements so far from crashes. 3 retirements we have had in this race have all been pit lane retirements. Or disconnects from being lapped. Look at that though, Wiz getting out of the way, well, kind of. Glad ghosting's on. That would have been one nasty accident, but Jamie dodged a new fastest lap of the day, 1:14.7, as he moves past the Williams once again in this race. Back up to P3 he goes, and Rascon and Hot Shot Hippo battling just behind. In Sector 3, got all these 3 cars here, all different teams, very close together. DRS open for Hot Shot Hippo, looks to the inside, Rascon defends it, Hot Shot goes around the outside and defends into the corner, moves back to the racing line just to protect his position. And P8, he will stay. Braden, the next victim of Claw Ronnie's defence. How quickly will he move past the Aston Martin on the older tyres? The only driver yet to pit in this race, trying to make the one-stop work. Oh, yellow flag's behind it, yellow flag's behind. Who's that? That'll be Manny in the Ferrari. These two are still battling side by side. There you go. Rascon's off the track there. Weaving all over the track. They're going to go side by side up the hill. A lot of wheel banging, bit of lag there as well. And that is Rascon backwards on the circuit. As Claw Ronnie picks up another 3-second time penalty. Wiz joins him in that matter. But it is the start-finish DRS straight. The longest DRS straight on this track. Should be an easy move, surely, for Dr. Braden, if he's got the battery. You see, he's got the overtake on as I look to the inside. Swoops past him and down back into turn 1. He will lead. Nesby has dropped out the DRS of the two Alpines, however. And Lucas might have more pace than Jamie at this stage on those medium tyres. Chris, want a VC? No. Not really. Oh, so I can't get your audio on the stream anyway. It'd be kind of pointless. I'd say the two McLarens are battling. They're not. I think that's Rye and Martin. I would say this race is starting to quieten down, but lap 18 in this race, it's been non-stop action. Unless you're Kyle. It's been quite a boring race for him. But he might be after that Grand Slam. Maybe even a Grand Chelem, if he can take that fastest lap. Not sure if he has. Let's have a quick look at his fastest lap. 8 tenths behind Jamie. As Ronnie finally pits onto the medium tyres to finish off the race. 14 lap sprint for him on those tyres. You should stay in the points. It should be clear of Rascon. So it's not over yet for you, Peebo. It's also probably already cooked. I believe they completely fall off after 8 laps. Whoa, what's happened to Jamie though in front? You say that. And Jamie's all over the place. Just barely keeping it on track there. And those hards might start to be becoming... sorry. Yeah. Those hards might begin to becoming faster than the mediums. After 8 laps, as Nesby has closed back into the DRS. "14 laps of racing to go. Opinion on F125? It's alright. I'm still not too sure how I feel about it. I think my biggest issue with it at the moment, it's not so much the handling model, even though I'm not a fan, but I will get used to it. I think my biggest issue is the dirty air. The fact that the AI can affect players, but players don't affect the AI is ridiculous. Doing China, I was doing a co-op career earlier at China in heavy rain, could not keep up. You'd be quicker in sector 1 and 2, you get to sector 3 and you do turn 13, you'd lose 7 tenths. 7 to 1.2 seconds, 7 tenths and 1.2 seconds you'd lose in that corner. It was impossible to try and overtake. Manny and Roy in turn 1, they're having a battle rise off the track once more. I'm amazed he hasn't got a track limit warning yet, but fair enough. But those 10 lap softs definitely cooked at this point. He's probably boxed it in this lap. Go back onto the mediums. What are we? Yeah, dirty air was alright. It is. I suppose it's not too... Like, obviously you'll notice it in an online race. It's the exact same as it would be in offline. But the difference is that everyone gets the dirty air. So you do all feel it. So I will imagine that Nesby here might struggle a little bit to pass Lucas, but if he's close enough, he might actually be able to pass Jamie. And close they are. Speaking of passes, is that Ronnie? going around the outside of Black Lebanese into turn 1. Yes, it is. That's up to P9 for the Aston Martin driver. Do have to worry about those penalties, though. Let's just refresh our minds to the penalties. So Nesby currently with a 3-second time penalty. Hotshot carrying a 10-second for speeding in the pit lane. Ronnie with 3 different track limits penalties. Martin with 2 and a speeding penalty. And then it's Airy Hop and Wiz right at the rear of the field with track limits 2. As Rye has come into the pits. Not that the game's telling me. Slow stop. For him. So, I moved from F1 23 to 25. I didn't really play 24. I hated every second of it. I think the steering you'll get used to. Play a bit with the settings. Like the setups yourself. Don't copy what everyone else does because they're terrible to drive on if you're not used to the handling. Just make your own like I do. The biggest thing you'll notice, if you drive without ABS, you will find yourself locking up so much. It's so different. And although you can, telemetry-wise, push the throttle more through the corners and on the exit corners, if you do it how you would on 23, you're probably going to spin. It's really weird, but you'll get used to it after a couple of hours of driving. As long as you're not playing 23. You'll be fine. Someone we haven't been looking at much in this race, and that is the Kick Sauber of Ronco. Right behind Ronnie and Hippo here, as these two are having quite a massive scrap. There's Martin, another 3-second time penalty for him. I would say Ronco would be the one to watch this battle in front, but the jittering, not too sure on that. Let's go on board with Ronnie. He's pushing Hippo up the hill, who I think I've seen flashing more than I have seen him haven't, but oh well. Lucas, he's coming to the pits again. After 12 laps on those medium tyres, he's decided, you know what, I'm done. Into the pits he goes. Onto the hards. As, I can't even comprehend what's just happened there. I think Hippo went wide, Ronnie went for it. Bit of contact between them, but Ronnie is ahead. But Hippo, surely he's going to come back. With the DRS, you've got 4 cars here. All waiting for opportunity. All weaving about. They're going to be 3 wide on the entry. No, or are they? Ronco very late on the brakes. Does not keep it on track. That's an unsafe rejoin for him. Never mind. He's teleported back in front. Double overtake for Ronco then. Into turn 1. Sure, they're throwing these lot off guard with that lag. If I'm having a look to the inside, can't make it work. As it looks like he's going to rear end him almost every time. Braden having a look to the outside of Ronnie. Ronnie squeezed him out a little bit there. Braden just not being able to hold it around the outside. Oh, contact there. Ronnie's just gone straight into the back of Hippo. And Hippo got a bit squirrely on the curb. Much slower than Ronnie is expecting. And Ronnie's gone into the back of him, spun round. He's going to be a long, long ways back in P9 after that one. Is Hippo possibly? To be fair, I can't tell if Hippo's... I think Hippo's... I don't know what's going on there. Just got the lag. But Jamie did pit one lap before Lucas. I didn't even notice that one. So the Alpines pushing hard to try and... I guess get the undercut on Nesby. Maybe even catch back up to Kyle. There is a yellow flag in sector 1. That will be the Ferrari of Manny, most likely. Yeah. Whoa, whoa! 2 cars in the barrier. That's Hot Hippo and Dr. Braden. That won't be a safety car, but those both are carrying wing damage on their end plates. They're missing. They're gone. We're not going to talk about McLaren. I have not seen much of them this race. Just track limit warnings. Shame to see. Really? Why do I always look away at the worst times? Well, Jamie Dodger has caught up to the back of the V-carb off Thomas James. Another driver we haven't really seen much of this in this race, but he is holding quite strong at the moment. I think this might be quite a simple pass. It's Ronnie and Braden. Ronnie's gone down the inside up the hill. Impressive. Oh, to be fair, Braden does have that damage. Still impressive nonetheless. overtaking a car with wing damage in that corner. Not an easy feat, but Jamie will take back P3 in this race, as that was quite an easy move up against the V-Carb on the 10-lap old hards. Oh dear, Hippo's crashed in the pit wall right as we cut to him. There's a wheel ripped off in the pit lane. Somehow that's not a safety car. As Hippo's car has... it is a safety car. Despite Hippo's car being cleaned up immediately, that will be the first safety car of this race. It's bad for the Alpines as they've only just pit. And for Ronco, really, too. That is perfect for Braden, though, as he changes his front wing in this race. Both Red Bulls even double stacking P9 and P10 at the moment. Spain is not an easy pit lane, to be fair. And with wing damage, I'm not surprised someone's crashed. Softs. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of softs here. I say that. Rascon's gone out on the hards. I think that Haas... Well, that Haas will be Kyle, won't he? He's decided for the mediums. I guess the softs don't last too long, but I imagine the safety car will be coming in around lap 29, most likely. Let's have a look what Nesby's thinking then. He's also thinking mediums for the rest of this race. Jamie does not come into the pits. To be fair, that might be the right decision. Will he be ahead of Nesby on the pit exits? Let's jump on board. No, he won't. That's unfortunate for the Alpines, as they've dropped out. Wiz has got a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And I think he is a lap down. Might be a couple of laps down at this point. Thomas in the pits. He's also decided to go on the softs. And Ronnie too in the pits. What tyres is he thinking? I think I see softs. Yeah, soft tyres for the Aston Martin. See what we can do from P6. Wiz, I've never seen that. I've never seen anyone get a 10-second tyre penalty for crossing the pit exit line. I'm going to assume he's done that a few times. Wiz, let's have a look actually at the penalties. 23 seconds for Wiz at the moment. And Tux Brain in Lebanese position order changing. I think that's just where they're overtaking each other in the pit lane between Ronco and Braden. The field is going to bunch up. No, I've had a generally Wiz. Yeah. Have you been lapped? I think you have. You 1 lap down or 2 laps down? Because I'm pretty sure Manny's lapped in this race, so I'm assuming you are. That's a great commentary by you at the moment. I'm so rusty and my throat's killing me. So thank you. It means a lot. I've tried my best, but it's very difficult to try and keep up. There's a lot of action going on. Tell me, who was the guy in Tier 2 paddock complaining about the safety cars? Because to be fair, I mean, it's a Tier 2 race. I expected a lot more chaos, and we've had a lot of chaos, don't get me wrong. But for our first safety car and first big incident to happen this late on in the race, of course, the contact between Hippo and Braden, and then a few laps later, that contact leading to the safety car, with Hippo crashing in the pit lane. Like, for a Tier 2 race, 26 laps in, getting a safety car, that is solid. Absolutely solid drive from all 16 of these drivers. I've maybe seen 1 or 2 dirty drivers, dirty moves happen, but honestly, I'm astonished with the cleanliness I've seen in this race. I expected much worse. Rascron, Well, there's a safety car that you so wanted. Even if it was on increase, I think we would have only had one. Whether that was from the wings on the track or the crash in the pit lane. I don't think increase would have changed much. Just waiting for Martin to catch up on the field. No, I don't think he's laps in this race. He's 52 seconds behind though. Oh no, he is lapped, isn't he? Because he's that McLaren. Rye lapped? No, Rye's going around with Rascon at the moment. So only 12 drivers on the lead lap at the moment. Wait, did Kyle pit? Kyle did pit, yes. Sorry, let's go back onto the tyres. Pretty much everyone pit on that safety car. I think the only two people that didn't was the Alpines because they'd only just pit. Oh, and Rye. That is a beautiful Haas livery. Utterly, utterly beautiful. Crispy, look at the tyres. I don't know how. I'm assuming that. Sorry, I was just trying to enjoy the view. Is the safety car in the slab? I mean, it's got to be. Race control, safety car in this lap. We're going to have 5 laps of racing to decide, well, to decide who will win this race, who will take all of the points. Amazing commentary there. Do have to remember Nesby with that 3-second time penalty. It's going to be difficult for him to finish on the podium. Will it be Haas Alpine? Could Thomas bring out a surprise for us and then jump on that podium? Only time will tell. But there is a lapped McLaren causing a little bit of chaos for Nesby here. As the McLaren hasn't gone, but Kyle has. Well, that's going to hand Kyle a 3.5-second gap on this safety car restart. But it's Jamie right on the gearbox of Nesby's going to have a look to the inside. Jamie's got to drive through that lapped car. And Jamie's not gonna have a look, but Martin fighting this position, probably trying to unlap himself. Rascon picks up a 3-second time penalty on the restart. There's battling between Ryan and Rascon. Some yellow flags too. That's Martin, I think. Spun round. No, it is Rascon that has spun round back at the rear of the fields for him. Lonely. He's going to be in a lonely P12 to the end of this race, but there's a lot of battling going on. Got a laggy Ronco right behind Ronnie here. A lot of these drivers finding themselves in the mix of all of these ghosted cars, but it's Lucas all over the curbs, and Thomas, he's going to say thank you very much to that. Take the position up the hill into P4 he goes, but Lucas not done with this one. He's going to fight it back side by side into turn something. I'm going to say 11. Thomas trying to hold around the outside. Just space was left. I'm going to say that. Space was left. He's right in the curve. It's going to bottom out his car a little bit, make him lose a bit of speed. But it was P4 temporarily, and I'll give claps to that. DRS now has been enabled. Nesby's found a second on Formula Kyle on that restart, but a lot of batch has been used. Jamie, he's not in the DRS. Quite a few cars aren't, actually. Now Thomas won't have the DRS. Is he having a look to the inside? No, he's not. I wonder about Ronco, though. Having a look at Ronnie still. These 4 drivers all very close together, and Braden's just hanging in just behind, watching it all unfold. Ten-second penalty for Rascon for corner cutting. I think we might have to keep an eye on him. Message came super late. No, it didn't come late. The safety car message didn't come late. Came in the sector 3 line like it usually does. Is that Ronnie having a look to the inside of Thomas? I think it was, but couldn't quite make it work. Oh, I keep seeing mini-map changes, but it's just like cars, I believe. Oh, look, Haas is leading. Yes. Kyle has led every single lap so far. I'm just waiting for him to set the fastest lap and take the Grand Slam at this point. But he set a lap at the start of the race. That's a lap car going off the... There it is. Fastest lap for Formula Kyle. After about 28 laps since he set his fastest lap of the race, he set another. So trying to take home that Grand Slam for Haas. There it is. Thomas flies straight past Lucas. Will Ronnie try and have a go on the Alpine as well? No, he won't. Just tap the back low of that Alpine. So Rascon's just picking up penalty after penalty in this race. Trying his desperate hardest to catch up. Richie got lapped on lap 4 and retired in the pit lane. Rascon's cuts another corner. He's cut turn 1 once again. He's going to get disqualified soon. We just said, let's get this win, and then said, we DNF chat. Great. To be fair, he did get laps quite early on. He ended up stopping a couple of times right at the start. I don't know if it was for damage and forgot to change his wing or what. But he did have a few pit stops at the start, got laps. He retired. Something's happened to Martin. He's far off the track. And now he's been lapped by the entire field. But I don't know about entire field. You know what I mean. Oh, big spin for Ronnie there. He's gone in the barrier. I think Ronco's been collected in that as well. But he does continue on going. Ronco trying his best to rejoin safely. Of course. Thomas was having a look on Lucas there in turn 1. Couldn't make much work. Martin is causing a lot of yellow flags at the moment. He's okay. Well, I won't bring out a safety car, luckily. McLaren cooked? My throat is so sore. Thank God this race is coming to an end, eh? But it's been a good one. These past 71 minutes have been absolutely amazing. Red Bull comeback. Yeah, to be fair, they didn't have a great qualifying, did they? Oh, yeah, they did. I don't think they've gained actually that many positions from where they've started. No, they haven't. Let's just remind ourselves of the position changes. The top 4 haven't changed positions, and I think Nesby might, in fact, finish in P2 in this race. He's got a very big gap over Jamie in this race. As Thomas has gone to the inside. This on Lucas into turn 1. They were still side by side there, but Thomas has said, thank you very much. Off he goes. What's going on? I just want to look at the tyres. Actually, no, I don't. Rascon's picked up even more 10-second time penalties for corner cutting. And he's jumped inside of this pack of lads' cars. Alright. Aggressive send to the inside. That's contact between him and the McLaren. And into the gravel trap they go. Rascon's done a Verstappen. Get that clips. He'll have a race ban next race. I will make sure of it. But we have... I've completely missed after all that chaos, but Formula Kyle, he's led every single lap. He got pole position and the fastest lap. He's taken the win here in the season opener of Spain. That's a grand slam for Haas, a full 28 points. For Kyle, it's Nesby who takes P2. Jamie rounds off the podium. Thomas James, P4 for him. Dr. Braden, what a comeback, P5. Black Lemonese all the way down from, I believe, 18th in this race. He's finished P6. And Lucas, what happened to Lucas at the end there? Completely missed it, but he's fallen all the way down to P7. Eriot will take P8. Ronco P9. And Ronnie will round off your points. That is round 1 of Tier 2. Only a race ban, not league ban. So the way it works is, for intentional takeouts, I like to give a race ban first. If they do it again, then it's a season ban. I know it's risky, but sometimes there are like reasons for it. Like Rascon did that after a very aggressive send, and people just don't know how to control themselves. If it happens again, it will be a league ban, of course. I don't know, it really depends what the other FAIs say to it. If it's reported, there's 5 of us maybe, that will have a look at it and we'll decide our opinions, of course. So please, make sure you report. If you're TPs, please make sure make sure any incidents involving your drivers are reported. And drivers watching, make sure you've got clips ready. We'll have the race director here. Will be posted in a report ticket for all of you to access for any chat limit appeals. Oh, Kyle, they nearly had a 4-4-4-4-4-4-4 for his race time. Very close for that one indeed. But that is your order. I do need screenshots of this ideally. The game's going to let me. There we go. But thank you to you for the many people who have stuck around during this race, and the many of you who have been typing in chat almost the entire way through. It's good to see you. We'll be back Tuesday for SRL F125 Tier 1. And if you're interested in the 23 stream, I won't be streaming that. That will be either Domi or Shaz. So just make sure you have a look at the Twitch channel in the Discord. If you're not in the Discords, send me a Discord message and I'll give you an invite. It's the same as my name on Twitch. But thanks for sticking by. See you lot soon.